We're here at Homestead High School with junior basketball standout Myah Epps. And Myah, you recently made a big decision. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I made my decision to play basketball at the University of Louisville. Go Cards. It's just I absolutely love everybody there. Their entire staff has been so good to me ever since the very beginning of my recruitment. They've made me and my family feel very wanted. It's never felt like it was definitely a hard decision to come to. You know, with some of the other schools I was getting recruited by, they did an awesome job recruiting me too. So when it came to the end, it was definitely, there were some hard conversations that I had to have, but it was good for me to kind of have those mature conversations and kind of grow up in that sense a little bit. So I'm really excited to go to Louisville. I've heard so many great things already, and their fan base is crazy. I've had so many people like DM me and comment on stuff and just like welcoming me to the community, and like they don't even know me. So just thinking about that now when I'm only a junior in high school, like just thinking about when I get there, it's really cool. So.
What did Coach Jeff Walls and the coaching staff identify that makes you a good fit for them? Like, what did they really like about you?
Honestly, just like the way I play, like they mostly have seen me play in AAU, which is obviously, it's going to be a little bit different than high school just because of like the style of play and everything. But they've seen me play in AAU, and they really just kind of like compare me to the players that they have now, like Taj Roberts and Amani Berry. Like those are players that they think that I can like kind of fit into the roles of when I get there, or when I am in their shoes in 2 years. So just kind of seeing like, you know, how fast I play. Like I'm a guard, but I can also play a point guard, and just like defense and stuff like that. I think they like to compare those two and kind of see how I can do that there.
Coach Walls has been there 18 seasons. They've been to the Sweet 16 12 times.
Right.
So they've had a pretty good amount of success. National runner-up twice during his time there. How did their success as a team play into your decision?
It definitely played a big role. Like, it's obviously cool to see that they've, you know, made it there in the past and stuff. And, you know, right now they're kind of rebuilding. But, I mean, they're still picking it up this season, too. And I just hope when I get there that I can kind of help contribute to bringing it back to another Final Four.
When you take a look at the process, what was that like for you? I mean, what were some of the things that you weighed that were important during your decision process?
I think probably the biggest thing is the distance from home and just my family being able to come to like a lot of my stuff. When it was coming down to it, like with the Virginia Techs and the Wake Forest and stuff like that, like those places are obviously great schools, great staffs, but they're also 9 hours away. So, you know, kind of I had to think about that. And at the beginning, you know, when you're a freshman, you're not really thinking about like, oh, my family. You're thinking like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. Like, but then when you get older and you kind of like realize you're about to go there, then you're kind of just like, wow, like that's 9 hours away from my family. Like I don't know if I could do that. So I think 3.5 hours is a really good distance away from my house to where my family can still come to my stuff, but I'm still growing up and I'm still maturing by myself and, you know, having that chance. So that was a big thing. And honestly, also being able to play as a freshman is kind of a thing that I talked about with Coach Walls. He just basically said straight up that if I come there and I work hard and I just keep, you know, growing as a player, then, you know, I'll have the opportunity to play, which was a big thing for me because I don't want to go somewhere where I'm just going to sit for a season or 2 seasons. So, I mean, that was a big thing that I talked about with Coach Walls. That kind of touched me personally, but yeah.
Okay, your Homestead team goes 24-3 this last year, but you get bounced at regionals. So how much does making this decision now allow you to just focus on your senior season? Because I know you guys are not going to be happy with anything less than a state championship next year as seniors.
Right. I mean, it's definitely motivation. It's helpful to kind of have that weight lifted so that I don't really have to worry about it going into my senior year. So just being able to improve my game over the summertime, obviously, and just use that to kind of build from this year, take things from this year and build on that for next year is good. Like you said, nothing short of a state championship next year. So yeah, definitely big time.
Okay, this is the most important question. Do you pronounce it Louisville, Louisville? How do you pronounce it? Because that's a big point of consternation for the fans.
Okay, so up until I started getting recruited by Louisville, I called it Louisville. Okay. And I thought that that's how you called it, or that's what you called it. But I call it Louisville now. Everyone in our family calls it Louisville now because we just kind of train them. And I actually correct people now. Like I never thought in a million years that I would do that, but I've caught myself correcting people a couple of times and being like, it's actually Louisville.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Future Louisville Cardinal, Homestead Junior Myah Epps, congratulations on your commitment. She's Myah, I'm Glenn, and that is your local sports report.